There are times in life when everything feels uncertain, when it looks like the doors are closed, resources are limited, and the answers are delayed. You've prayed, you've waited, you've wondered if God has heard your cry. But this is not a time to give up. God sent this message today as confirmation. A sudden miracle is coming to your house. He has seen the battles you've fought silently. He has seen the tears you've cried when no one was around. And He says, I have not forgotten you. This next blessing will not come through effort alone. It will come through divine intervention. You're about to witness what it means when heaven steps into your situation. When God moves suddenly, things shift quickly. The same way He turned water into wine in an instant, or calmed a raging storm with just a word, He's about to bring a supernatural turnaround in your life. That area where you've seen the most resistance, expect breakthrough there. That relationship that seemed lost, expect restoration there. That financial burden you've been carrying, expect release there. For when God declares a miracle, no force on earth or in the spiritual realm can delay it. You may not see how, you may not understand when, but God doesn't operate by human logic. He works by divine timing. This is your time of visitation. Something powerful is already shifting in the spirit. Angels are being dispatched. Doors that refused to open before are unlocking. Chains are breaking. What once seemed impossible is aligning with God's will for your life. Do not be moved by what you see. Be moved by what God said. He promised to make a way in the wilderness and streams in the desert. That means He can create opportunities in situations that look completely barren. You are standing on the edge of manifestation. Your faith has kept you through the storm, and now heaven is rewarding your endurance. God is saying, congratulations, because this miracle is not just about blessing you, it's about positioning you to be a testimony to others. Your story will inspire faith, hope, and courage in those who see what God has done for you. The pain you went through will not be wasted. It will become the evidence of divine faithfulness. So prepare your heart. Get your house ready spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. Expect unexpected favor. Expect unexpected calls, opportunities, and restoration. When God says sudden, it means it will happen faster than you think, bigger than you imagined, and more powerfully than you prayed for. This word is not for everyone. It's for the one who has been standing, waiting, believing, even when it felt like nothing was working. God sees your faith, and He rewards those who diligently seek Him. The miracle is not on the way. It's already in motion. You are about to receive something that only God could make happen. Lift your hands and say, Lord, I receive it. Speak it over your home. A sudden miracle is coming to my house, because once God says it, it's done. Before you met them, you sensed them. You have felt their presence in calm times and have dreamed of their voice before hearing it. Your soul is recognizing its echo when your mind is unable to explain the warmth in your heart. It is not your imagination, because what you have in common is not commonplace. Rather, it is ancient, sacred, and predetermined before you were born. Their whisper was a frequency, a spiritual signal carried through the sky that said, I'm ready, I remember, I return. It wasn't only for the angels. Heaven declares, your true soulmate already knows something important about you. They already know that your heart is unique. They already know that your spirit carries a light that the world cannot extinguish. They already know that you are different from the others, even if they haven't expressed it yet, even if they are silent, even if they are currently far away. Their soul knows deep inside them, beyond words, beyond logic, beyond fear. They know that you are the one. They know that you are home. They know that your heart was the answer to prayers. They hardly had the courage to speak in spite of confusion and fear's attempts to whisper lies. The soul keeps reaching for you even when the world tries to distract them, because the spirit can't forget what heaven showed them. True love isn't based on seeing, it's based on knowing, and they know more than they can explain and more than they are willing to admit some of the time. They know that your heart is the safest place they have ever touched, that your love would never tell them to shrink, that your spirit would always call them higher and never tear them down, and that life with you would not just be easier, it would be sacred, meaningful, and home. And even if they have been slowed down by fear, if pain has caused them to hesitate, if past conflicts have made them wary, they still know that their soul knows their dreams, their prayers, and their beloved. That knowing will not die. It may be temporarily buried under doubt, clouded by confusion for a while, or tested by life's storms, but true soul recognition cannot be erased, undone, or lost, because what God reveals, He seals, and heaven sealed this love long ago. Your soulmate spirit carries your name, and your presence lives inside their memory, even if they don't fully understand how or why. You are stitched into the fabric of their destiny, written into the margins of their prayers, and somewhere deep inside, beyond the chaos, beyond the worries, beyond the confusion, they know that you are the one they asked heaven for, that you are the answer to the ache they never learned to name. When they laugh, a part of them wishes you were there to hear it. When they cry, a part of them longs for your arms to be the place they fall. You are not just someone they like, not just someone who made an impression, not just someone who happened to cross their path. You are the one their heart has always been looking for, the one their spirit instantly recognized, the one heaven whispered about in their dreams. And beloved, you don't have to fight to be seen. You don't have to beg to be chosen. You don't have to compete to be chosen. And no matter how far they run, how long they wander, and how loudly the world tries to divert them, they cannot unknow it. Their soul cannot unsee you. Their spirit cannot unloved you, and their destiny cannot unlatch from yours because heaven made it. They already feel that your spirit is sacred, and they hold your love within them like a hidden gem. One day, the knowledge will be too strong to ignore, and the pull on their spirit will surpass their worries. Their heart's desire will overpower their uncertainties. When that time comes, child, you won't have to doubt their love or wonder if it's real, because the love that has been quietly growing in the soil of their spirit will bloom in full view, be undeniable, be unstoppable, and be yours not by accident or by luck, but by divine design. The memories of your spirit will call them home, and they will answer not because they feel pressured or forced, but because they finally give in to what their soul has always known. That you were the one whom their heart was made to love, that you were the one they never stopped searching for, not by chance or accident, but by divine design. Even when you couldn't see it, when it seemed silent, and when it seemed like nothing was moving, heaven was tying your hearts together. Every prayer you prayed in tears, every hope you held onto when it would have been simpler to let go, and every dream you dared to believe in nourished this miracle. Nothing has been wasted. No waiting, no wondering, no longing. All of this has been working in your favor, preparing your hearts to meet not just in passing but on purpose. For when you finally meet them, when the walls come down and your fears are gone, you will realize that it was never just about finding love, but also about finding destiny, a partnership, and the person who could walk with you through the deepest valleys and the highest mountains. Their beloved already knows deep down that no other soul fits with theirs like you. When they finally step forward and surrender to what heaven has been trying to show them, it will feel like everything inside them is finally exhaling, like the war against them has finally ended, and like peace has wrapped itself around them, wearing your face, speaking your name, calling them home. And you, beloved, won't have to chase them down, explain your value, or beg them to stay, because no one else soothes the chaos in their spirit like you do. No one else calls forth the tenderness in their heart like you do, and no one else feels like home like you do. This is not just about two people falling in love. It's about two souls coming into divine alignment to fulfill something greater than either could alone. Together, you will build not just a home, but a sanctuary. This is because hearts connected by heaven find their way to each other in the end. Even when fear tries to build walls, time tries to stretch the distance, and life tries to complicate the path. Nothing can erase the truth. Nothing can sever the thread heaven tied between your souls. And slowly but faithfully, their steps are being guided toward you. Their heart is being softened, their mind is being cleared, and their spirit is being aligned. Because this love, this union, this destiny matters to heaven more than you realize, more than you feel, and more than your fears have tried to convince you otherwise. According to angels, your soulmate sees your soul as a home, not a house with walls or perfection, but a home with warmth, trust, and values that endure beyond time. They trust the way you carry your past with grace, the way you cherish your roots even when they have hurt you, and the way you dream not just for yourself, but also for the lives you will touch, the family you will create, and the legacy you wish to leave behind. They sense the wisdom you carry in your energy, dear one, not a loud or arrogant wisdom, but a silent, sacred knowing that has come from years of introspection, lessons carved in pain, and your willingness to grow. Someone who will plant trees whose shade you may never sit under because you believe in creating something beautiful for others. This is not ordinary. This is sacred. And your soulmate, dear child, recognizes it with a heart full of gratitude and reverence. The angels continue, dear one, their voices shaking with awe as they explain that your soulmate has already seen that you value emotional security over fleeting pleasure, and that you would rather have one deep connection that nourishes your damned soul than 100 shallow ones. They trust the way you think long-term, how your heart makes decisions, not on a whim, but rather from a vision of a life where love is not a spark that burns quickly and dies, but a sacred fire that is tended with patience, shared dreams, and mutual respect. Even though you may not always be aware of it, your soulmate can see how you respect tradition with your heart, how you hold space for your elders, how you honor ancestry and lineage, and how you wish to pass blessings on to the next generation. Your spirit has been made to preserve what is good, protect what is holy, and to offer love that is more than emotion. It is a gift, a legacy, and a spiritual inheritance. Your soulmate recognizes this, dear one, and it is what makes their heart feel secure in your presence even before words are spoken or plans are made. Oh, dear child, the angels joyfully weep softly as they demonstrate how your soulmate has observed your quiet acts of devotion and how you give without expecting recognition, how you make room for other people. You may have wondered if anyone really notices the sacrifices you make and the strength you put into keeping everything together when no one is looking. But the angels want you to know that your soulmate realizes that even when you are exhausted, you consider the future of those you love before making decisions for yourself. They trust that you will not run when things get tough. They see in you the spirit of someone who will stay, who will tend, who will build not just a relationship but a life that is sacred and strong. The angels reveal that your soulmate has already started to mirror your energy because you are someone who wants a love that is rooted in deep commitment and spiritual harmony. They have also been shaped by life's trials to become someone who values stability, truth, and long-term fulfillment. Even though they haven't arrived in your physical world yet, their soul has already chosen you because you carry in your spirit the kind of love that doesn't fade, a love that expands across time, holding generations within it, and makes a simple house into a sacred home. Let your heart be at peace today, and let your spirit be reminded of the sacred role you play in this lifetime. You are here not just to find love, but to be the reason that love endures. You are here to be admired momentarily. You are here to be deeply trusted. You are not waiting for someone to complete you. Rather, you are waiting for the one who understands that you were already whole, stable, and a vessel of divine legacy that carried the seeds of a love that was intended to blossom within you for eternity. Because it's not just a love story, but a divine appointment and beloved, it's almost here. You may be tired, doubtful, and wondering how much longer, but your angels are closer than ever. They are enveloping you in grace right now, clearing the path, and preparing you both for union. This is not just love. This is legacy. Our angels are not silent, and your heart is not wrong. They are coming. When they do, everything will make sense. When your souls align, something greater than romance occurs. Purpose activates vision, expands hearts, awakens. You were never meant to just survive love. You were meant to thrive in it, grow inside it, and give through it. That's what's coming. No more pleading for attention. No more justifying your value. No more tolerating. Almost, this is full. This is sacred. The life you are about to live will be the answer to someone else's prayer. Even if they tried to replace you, if they tried to run, or even if they buried their feelings, you are not erasable, not from their spirit, because what heaven plants cannot be uprooted by fear. When they finally say yes, it won't be with hesitation, but with boldness, clarity, and commitment. This is whole, and it's being woven now, thread by invisible thread. They feel it too, perhaps not with words, but in their souls. They feel it when they wake up restless, when familiar faces don't satisfy, when silence brings back memories of you. And you will know that the years of hope, the tears, and the moments you clung to, even as you broke, were all worthwhile. Heaven has kept all of your prayers, counted all of your tears, and heard every whisper of faith. You didn't wait for nothing. You waited for the one that heaven had selected for you and your beloved. They are closer than you may imagine. Their heart is softening. Their mind is clearing. Their soul is awakening. The knowledge within them is rising, and soon it will overflow. They will come forward not confused, not with games, but with love, certainty, and purpose, because they were always meant to. This connection isn't based on pressure, but on peace. You can't fake this kind of peace. It passes understanding. You'll feel it in your breath, in your bones, and in your chest. This is it. They are the ones who know how to hold your heart, how to stand by your side through storms, and how to love you without diminishing you. They aren't perfect, but they're made specifically for you by heaven. And when you two are together, you'll do more than just love. You'll inspire, create, and shine. Because that's what sacred love does. It lights the way. So, stay hopeful, stay faithful. Keep your eyes and ears open, because the reward at the end will be well worth the effort. This is a sign, a confirmation, a divine reminder. Never fear, you are not in any way being punished. Rather, you are being readied for a for-love romance that only heaven could pen. The pages will turn, and the chapter you have longed for will commence. So take a deep breath and grin. Your time has come, so be prepared, believe, and be blessed. Your soulmate is on their way to you, and they will not abandon you, doubt, forget, or question you. They will choose you freely, completely, and forever, just as heaven decreed, and no one can break the seal that heaven puts on what God has sealed.